What and welcome back to Logix Lens, and today we're gonna talk about what the fuck is going on with video games. So I was gonna make a just totally separate just GTA video, and then I was like, let me make an Xbox video. And first of all of these things go hand in hand with one another, so I figured let's just do one video and tackle all these topics in regards to the Xbox going up in their pricing, GTA 6 and their pricing model, and the cost of the Steam machine that just got announced. So first we're gonna talk about the biggest one, the one everybody seems to be excited, indifferent, or mad about, which is GTA 6 and their pricing model, which yeah, let's get into it. This may be hard to see, but pretty much you can see that they have an Ultimate Edition and a Standard Edition. The Standard Edition of GTA 6 is going to be $80. Now, to be completely fair, I'm not even fully angry at an $80 price tag on a game like GTA 6. I think they're the only game that can get away with it. I don't know how Nintendo feels like they could get away with it with Mario Kart, but we do have a bigger problem that needs to be addressed. The Ultimate Edition is going to be $100, somewhat normal, and it comes with a lot of cosmetics, of course, but these cosmetics are not just cosmetics, I should say. So, they got stuff like vehicles, certain guns in the game, personalized variants. These look pretty nice. Cosmetics, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff is normal. A safe house, I don't think that's the end of the world. Vehicle. Now, this is where things get tricky. Apparently, there's actual like in-game places and shops and custom shops and hair salons and tattoo shops that you can't use unless you get the ultimate version, which is $100. I think that's kind of fucked up because we're not just talking about inconsequential things. Well, to be fair, it could be inconsequential not getting a tattoo, not getting a hairstyle. That's technically inconsequential in terms of the game. But it sounds like we're losing access to a part of a game that's fully built. And I think that's unfair versus just some clothes and some gun skins. Clothing stores. I'm assuming there's clothes that I can't even access, but it's in the game and it's not just the clothes themselves, because I'm sure you still got to pay for it once you get in there. Probably, I'm assuming. But these are stores that are built into the game that I can't enter because I didn't pay the extra bread. And I don't know if that sits well with me and a lot of people, because it's clearly in the game, it's accessible. It's not just clothes and just guns and just cars. It's like shops to get certain guns, certain clothes, certain cars. So the game is actually there. It's not just like here's a bonus for paying more and paying early. It's not just that. It's literally in-game things that I think that's a little bit unfair. Again, I don't think it'll be a make or break to the experience of GTA, but I think it says a lot that this is in the game and you're getting a light version of the game while paying more than premium in today's standards. So what I think is the main problem with this is the next notch after everything we've been experiencing with microtransactions and such. We've already dealt with paying like $2 and $3 here for skins and blah, blah, blah. And, you get the DLC content later or whatever, all that stuff. We've been letting them get away with stuff like this for so long. And now we're at the point where you're going to lose access to some of the game if you don't pay more. That's what we're doing. And I think that if this was EA or Ubisoft or whatever, we would all be upset and raising hell about it, because this is kind of unacceptable if we're going to be completely honest. And if they get the green light to do it, just like Mario Kart gave us the green light to charge $80 for games or whatever, I think this is what's happening. People are going to be like, how far can we push people? And this is the next step. You're losing access to part of a game that's already finished, not just skins. So this can be taken with a grain of salt. Now, at this point, we're 1 or 2 days later, the next day, there's still no community note on this. Also, apparently, if you didn't know, there's no physical disc to GTA 6. There's just a disc box with a QR code with the full game on it if you do want the physical version. Now, to me, that doesn't seem very physical at all. It seems like a fucking scam. And so this GTA 6 info Twitter page, I guess they just post info about Rockstar stuff. It hasn't been community noted, but they said Rockstar support confirmed that GTA 6 physical disc copies will be available in the months following launch. You will be able to acquire a physical copy during the following months. The current physical pre-orders are for the digital code in-box version. This is, I'm sure this isn't legitimate. This is just something somebody made. The case is real, but the disc is something somebody made. And supposedly this is what was told to whoever inquired from Rockstar. It's basically reiterating that you'll be able to get a physical copy during the following months. Now, following months could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 5. I don't know what following months mean. I don't know how far back that's gonna go for us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to wait like a month to buy this game if I could get a physical disc. Now, some of y'all be like, wow, that's stupid, it's pointless. Why you still want this? I'm sorry, I just been sticking. I've bought digital games. I'm not saying I haven't, but I just don't like this idea, especially paying more than regular price for a video game. And also I'm getting the regular version. I don't care about the ultimate. I think that it's just unfair that we're continuing to pay premium prices to have less. Like, this is the only form of media that you pay all this money and you get absolutely nothing to keep. Like, you can still buy full CDs, or now vinyls are coming back. I haven't bought an digital album in a while, so I guess you maybe get the files to that forever or whatever, but we don't hold these files forever. Now, is there a problem with people probably having the ability to give it away, or you know what I'm saying, and all that? That's possible, but I'm sure there's a way that we can protect that they can protect that. But either way, that's a lot of money to not have anything that could just disappear one day because they don't feel like dealing with it no more. This also brings the price of what somebody said here. You want a physical disc, buy a $100 game twice. That's another problem. If you buy the game day one because you're a big fan, what, now I gotta pay again if I want the physical version? Is there some type of way you could, like, you know, let them know the code you got and they'll send you a physical copy of the game? Well, no, they can't do that because that person could honestly sell that off to somebody else. So no, if you buy it early, you don't get the physical game. If you do want it, you have to just sit there and fucking wait. And I saw this picture and I thought it was so fucking funny. Somebody said, this is what Rockstar is telling us. You get the game case and the code is go fuck yourself. You own nothing. I thought that was funny. I thought that was super, super funny. So with that, we also had a Steam machine price announcement about a week ago. And the price is listed at is $1,049. Now, the problem with this is it's unaffordable. I don't know many people besides probably content creators that are gonna do reviews on it, or super big gaming enthusiasts and collectors that want everything gaming. That's just not affordable for the average person. I mean, it's gonna be the upper class that's gonna be able to afford this to actually make use of it. But also, you run into the issue that price for what you're getting is not worth it to somebody that's into PC gaming. And if you're not into PC gaming, it's just not feasible. If you're trying to like bridge that gap for people that like consoles and want a PC game but don't have a PC and don't want to go through building one, this price isn't it. Now, the trade-off, to be fair to Valve, to be fair to them, is that you get this upfront cost that's a lot that, you know, most people aren't willing to pay. But the difference between the Steam machine and like a PS5 or Xbox is that once you get the Xbox or PlayStation, you're paying a monthly subscription fee for the economy. You have to, and you end up paying a lot, especially if you pay consistently. Me personally, I don't pay for PlayStation Plus for a year or month to month. I pay for it when I get a game that I may want to play online, and I'll pay $10 for 1 month. So at the end of it, so in a year, I'll probably spend about $40-ish on PlayStation Plus, or 60 at most. I'm not paying for what is it, like $70 for a year, because I'll just pay the month I want to play, and then that's it. And I'm never gonna go over what I would have paid if I just paid for a year. I play a lot of online games on my PC. I play single player games on my PlayStation. it is what it is. So it's fair though a little bit, kind of, because you're bought into this economy, and then Valve isn't really going to get much money out of you after you buy the console. So I guess that kind of is the balance. But what's interesting is, prior to all this, supposedly the Steam machine probably would have just been about $750 before the RAM shortages, before tariffs and all this stuff. So this is an article on IGN by Jacqueline Thomas. It said the Steam machine got announced earlier today with an eye-watering $1,049 asking price for the entry-level 512 gigabyte model, but that's probably not the price Valve had in mind for its mini gaming PC. That's not a lot of storage. I mean, it's just not. You'll get some games, but I guess maybe I'm thinking in terms of what an entire PC, all of that, maybe. But even I got a 2 terabyte, but okay. When I got a chance to sit down with Valve engineers Pierre Lou Griffey and Yazan Aldihayat last week to talk about the Steam machine, I asked them what the Steam machine would have cost before the current memory market, and while neither of them would give me a hard number, I was told it was probably similar to the price increase that the Steam Deck experienced last month. Some quick napkin math pins that Steam Deck price increase at about 35 to 36% above the handheld's original $549 asking price, resulting in a new price of $789. If you do the same math for a hypothetical $750 pre-ramification Steam machine, that will make the final $1,049 price about 33% more expensive. So just her doing the math of 33 to 36% increase, it probably could have been $750, which I think is pretty fair. I think $750 would have been a good buy-in price for people that want to play on their PC. Now, this is the price I think without the controller. I believe that if you want the controller that comes with it, it's like $1,200 and something dollars, or maybe $1,100 or something like that. It's like $100 or so dollars more, $100 to $200 more if you want the controller. Now, some people are like, why would I get something without the controller? To be fair, it'll work with any controller. As long as you got a USB-C, it's gonna work probably with any Xbox controller, probably PlayStation 5 controller. So you can get a cheap ass controller. You don't have to get their controller. Oh yeah, the bundle, $1,128. So it's like $100 more, a little less than $100. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a nice controller. I saw the reviews. Some PC players reviewed this. They said it's really good. I even was entertaining the thought of getting this joint for my computer, but maybe on a discount day or some shit like that. But you don't have to get it. You get any Xbox controller and it'll work. So Steam Machine is going to be in a weird position because, to be fair to them, the price, they have to charge a lot because they're not asking anything of you once you buy the console, and once you're in there, and that, you know, you're a PC gaming pretty much at that point. You know, you don't have to pay the services, and they don't make any money outright from you buying the games. They get a portion of the people that sell their games on there, of course, but you know, that's the same if you bought a PC versus their Steam machine. So their price is slightly more justifiable. It's just not probably going to sell well at this point because we see what's going on right now with this economy. So I do kind of feel bad for them because they got the short end of the stick while trying to, you know, broaden their consumer base and get people more into PC gaming, and they kind of got fucked not by their own merits. Now, who did fuck themselves over by their own merits is Xbox. Xbox announces significant price rises for the Xbox Series X and S 2 terabyte model discontinued completely, just gone. Microsoft has announced significant price rises for Xbox consoles, blaming the ongoing components crisis. Now, to my understanding, yes, RAM has gone up for everybody. But Microsoft, I think, shot themselves in the foot because they didn't prepare for this, to my understanding. The problem with Xbox is they're trying to play catch up. They were fucked last console generation, and this one they kind of fucked themselves too by putting all their games on other consoles that people don't have any incentive to buy an Xbox. So they already weren't making much money on this console. And once you factor in the tariffs and the AI driving up the cost of RAM, we now see them like, holy shit, we already have been fucked. We haven't been making exclusive games, and the ones we are making, people just aren't into. We had a terrible launch of our previous console where we lost the console war for the last generation. Now this generation, we came out the gate and lost again because we didn't have any reason for people to buy an Xbox, because we were focusing on making PC, people kind of migrate to a PC because we're Microsoft, and that still benefits us at the end of the day. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot, and they've been doing the most and the biggest price increases of all the consoles, even though all of them have been going up in price. This doesn't exclude Sony or Nintendo. They both have had price increases, but Xbox's has been crazy. This is a easy look at how Xbox has gone up since 2020 when it launched. So let's just look at one, and you could just look at everything else. We'll just focus on the Series X digital, probably what they sell the most. I don't know that for a fact, but we'll just look at the price increases of the 1 terabyte Series X, and you can look at everything else as you go along with the video. It started off in 2020 at $449. 2025, mind you, they did 2 price increases in 2025 alone. Crazy. So 5 years, we're all good. COVID is affected us tremendously. They had to go up in price once, the economy was trying to balance itself out. They go up $100 in May of 2025 to $549. 1 terabyte. In October, same year, 2025, another $50. So not even a year later, almost a little less than a year later, they've gone up another $150 on the Series X digital. And now in August of 2026, in just a couple months, this console is going to be $750. The one with the disc is going to be $800. $800 for the Series X, which is honestly the inferior console, this console generation. I'm sorry. The Nintendo Switch 2 is cheaper. It comes with games that you can't get anywhere else. To be fair, Series X, obviously Xbox does have exclusives, but that's not their bread and butter at this point. They got Gears of War E-Day coming out, which is going to be their console seller if there is a game. If there's a game for Xbox that's going to sell their consoles, it's going to be Gears of War for sure. So at the end of the day, 2 of their consoles have gone up $300 since they came up. 2 of them. Then the other 2, the Series S's, $200 and $250. But the other 2, and then they just discontinuing the 2 terabyte one. The 2 terabyte is just discontinued for whatever reason. I guess it's it's just harder and harder with the RAM shortage. They just can't continue. But I would think that people want as much space as possible. I know with PlayStation you can install your own internal SSD. I don't know if Xbox has that ability, or if the external, maybe if you get an external, it probably could play any and everything. Maybe at PlayStation, you can't play PlayStation 5 games off of an external hard drive, just PlayStation 4 games. But at the end of the day, $800 is crazy. This whole generation is crazy, and not necessarily I do blame gaming in and of itself, because they let COVID ruin what their profit margins had to reach. I think if COVID doesn't happen, a lot of this doesn't happen. Now, tariffs and AI was, tariffs isn't their fault. AI isn't their fault. But the way they handled COVID, thinking that we making all this money, we got to keep up and maximize on top of that, that's what ruined them. I'm a capitalist, but capitalism definitely is rearing its ugly head in this situation, because this is the first generation ever where, as time goes on, console prices have gone up. That's unheard of, and it makes no sense. Like, imagine is a fucking 2020 Toyota Sequoia is what it costs, and then in 2026 is fucking 60% more when they've released, well, they don't release more cars. But the point is, the value doesn't go up over time. For what reason? If it's undriven, at best it stays the same fucking price, if not drop a little bit because they got newer cars. But y'all understand fully what I'm saying. 6 years later, there's nothing different. All time has gone by. Things have gotten better. Things have improved. We have new things that we could consume ourselves with. So if you want to sell this old thing, the price goes down. And I know that all of this isn't gaming's fault, but they just was so greedy after COVID that everybody's fucked. Xbox is closing down studios after Asha has been praised for all her pro-consumer activity after becoming CEO. And now you got Xbox prices going up. You're closing studios after freaking game announcements come from these studios. You're laying off people left and right. It's like this is just extremely fucked. Nintendo, we not leaving y'all out. Y'all also have a price increase going up on this new but not up-to-date console. PlayStation, y'all full of shit for going up on y'all PlayStation Plus services. Y'all full of shit for going up on your consoles. It's just like, bro, y'all would sell more if you don't up the price. I know we all got to make some money, but once you get, unlike the Steam machine, who has a more valid reason for their high price, once people buy your console, they bought into an economy where they're going to buy your games, they're going to buy your peripherals, they're going to buy your PlayStation Plus service, they're going to buy more digital games on their store because they're discounted at a fairly even rate. All of this, I put a big portion of this on gaming, and honestly the consumers too. We're too willing to just deal with whatever the fuck. We just bend over and take whatever they do with us because we want to play our games. And I get it too. I've been victim to this at times, but a lot of people around me will tell you, like, I hold my guns on some things. Again, I don't pay for PlayStation Plus. I don't know the last time I paid $70 for a game. It might have been Warhammer Space Marine 2, maybe. But other than that, I wait for sales on. I still haven't played Resident Evil 9. And it's not because I don't think they're good or anything like that. It's just that $70, I'm picking and choosing. I'm not paying $70 for any and every game because I want to play it. I'm waiting for games to go on sales because they will, especially single player games. It's no reason. But I didn't want to get too ranty, but you know, I know these videos come in frequently, but if you made it to this point in the video, I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. And thanks for tuning in to Logix Lens, where the game is winning. I'm out.